Back here on the Sunbird Sports Network is FPU host Point Loma head coach Tim Beauregard, and first opportunity to avenge a loss from earlier this year. We've talked about looking for growth throughout the year. Point Loma is a different challenge maybe than some of the teams you played this year. What specifically, growth-wise, are you looking for today?
Yeah, we have to have same level of excitement to stay connected defensively, and then we have to figure out ways and the margins to be a little bit better. They got us a handful of times in transition. We didn't have real good connected voices in our matchups there, and so that's a way we can get better. And then we have to fight a little bit more to be tougher around the basket, both on offense and defense. That'll be a huge one. So we're looking to win the rebounding battle by a little bit more. We beat them by 1 last time. And so that's something that we need to be able to bank on every single time. So if we can do those few things, I think we get better in the fringes, and that'll help.
They have some length. They also have a guard who's really prolific in stealing, so blocks and steals.
Yeah.
You talked about toughness. Is that the main ingredient to valuing the basketball in this matchup?
Yeah, right. So if you're getting close to the rim, you got to play off of 2 feet, basically, right? And so our rule of thumb is if there's a defender in front of you, you have to play off of 2 feet. We got caught a handful of times, and we didn't collectively learn the lesson quick enough that they're big and they can block shots, and that if we don't play off of 2 feet and seek that, then we won't be able to be connected and find each other for open passes or create some tilt and some pull from their defense so that we can get a secondary attack to the key. We didn't do a great job of that last time, and so we feel like there's some specific areas that we can be better. And then we have to bring the baseline of who we are every single night. That can't not be there. So yeah.
Defensively, from that contest, the last 2 contests, you guys have really been buckling down against Biola and Concordia. What do you look for against a team that leads the conference in field goal percentage, and how do you slow them down a little bit?
It's a lot. I mean, you mentioned a couple. There's good scorers all over the court, and they can create their own shots. They create for each other really well. And they score really well around the key with some physicality and some size. The word, it's connectivity, right? Like there has to be a gravitational pull depending on where the ball is, a cognizant understanding collectively from all 5, where do I need to be as the ball shifts around? And that sounds easy, but it doesn't happen if your feet aren't moving, your hands aren't moving, and your mouth isn't moving an entire possession. And so that's what we'll look for, is that kind of 3 points of activity from the start to the end of the possession and finishing that possession with a really good rebound so we can get out and go. That's kind of what we look for every night, and it has to be great tonight.
Well, now we'll look forward to today, Coach. We appreciate it. Hey, Coach Tim Beauregard, starting lineups and tip coming up next on the Sunbird Sports Network. I dropped in yesterday just to say hi.